Hi, everybody. It's Emma and Annie here today, and we started chatting this morning. And the first topic that came up was sexual trauma. So, we wanted to talk about it openly because what we realized is that we haven't really had a conversation around it. I probably haven't, even in all the years I've been working with sexual trauma in clinic, probably haven't even had a video or a topic discussion about it. And so we just wanted to bring it out into the light a little bit and let everybody know that it's something that we're comfortable working with. It's never a comfortable topic to talk about. It's never an easy topic, but it's important to know that we have a safe space for you if that's something that's in your life. And there's so many different components to it. We were talking about how it's a little bit like grief, or it is a grief. And once you've had this trauma in your life, you, in a way, learn to work around it. It's not something that I've come to understand you'd never really go through completely. It's just something that, like grief, lessens with time, becomes easier in your life. You can get a lot more joy and satisfaction once you can let go of aspects of it and have that self-compassion. And part of what we do is so beautiful because, and I was saying to Annie before, we get to hold you on the table as well. So it's not just talking all the time. We get to comfort your body and we get to work energetically. And if it's a day where you don't really want to talk about it, we can just hold you. But we have that safe space for you if this is something that's in your life.
Yeah, and I just add in too, Emma, it's come up basically because I'm seeing so much of this in my clinic space, and it's something that I see many people come in. It's like they repress the feelings, and that's not something that's actually going to help them in the long term. They actually need to, if they can, come into this beautiful safe space that we offer and actually work through those feelings. And working through them can really help them with that grief process and actually trying to move on and welcome love back into their life. And I think that's really important. The aspect of perhaps not being able to welcome love because it doesn't feel safe from the trauma that they've been through. And once they work through a lot of the emotions, and with us working physically with the body, as you mentioned, Emma, can really help them to move on and welcome that love. And that's so important.
And that self-love as well, the self-compassion back in and the acceptance of self again. So on a physical level, we help release the patterns of trauma and the nervous system activation and the flashbacks. So we help your body and subconscious mind to process that. On an emotional level, we help you talk about it. We help you manage how to approach relationships in your life from then on, and relationships with yourself from then on, and give you that space to let go emotionally. Most of the time, the fear of the emotion is actually a lot greater than the release of the emotion. Once it starts to release, it doesn't last as long or as big as you think it's going to. And then energetically as well, it's like a reconnection to those parts of you that feel split. And I know that if this is something you've gone through, you understand what I mean there.
I also, just moving a little bit further on, it's like, I think often we run from that fear, which is that trauma. And I think the running can, as you said, make it a whole lot more scary and something more fearful. Whereas when you turn around and you actually confront that trauma, go, well, hang on a minute, I'm ready now, I want to work through this. It can actually really make a huge difference. And it's may not be as big as you think it's going to be, what it is that you're going to have to work through. Sometimes it can be a whole lot easier than you actually think. So coming into that safe space is, something that can be so beneficial for you.
And yeah, and sometimes it's not easy as well, and it's not quick, and that's okay as well. We're here either end of that scale. And I've had people who've suppressed stuff for decades and pretended that it hasn't affected them. And the body takes its, the body it has a toll when that happens. So, it's never too late to talk about it as well. And I think as well, Annie and I are quite intuitive. So if it's something that you can't always find the words for at first, and we don't mind if you're coming in for sessions and sessions before anything opens up as well. You don't feel like you have to walk in the door and start talking about it. We're quite intuitive, so we'll pick up on how to approach it, how to talk about it, when to bring it up, and help you be guided to start a conversation when it's something that even if it's you've never opened your mouth about it.
Yeah, and it's all about starting the process, and if it gets uncomfortable, you can stop that process, and then we can have some sessions where we don't have to talk, as Emma's saying, and then we can go back to it. Really, it can be handled exactly how you want it to be, because this is all about that person that's carrying this trauma.
Yeah. So just know that we're there and we're experienced, and you're not alone anymore. I think that's the message that we wanted to get out.
Definitely not alone anymore, that's for sure.
All right, give us a call, guys, if this is triggering for you.